Welcome back to the channel Stocks Market News. Beat the index. Today we'll speak about the situation on the stock market on Wednesday. U.S. stocks were lower on Wednesday, as misfortunes in the healthcare, financials and consumer services areas drove shares lower. At the nearby in NYSE, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 1.29%, while the S&P 500 index fell 1.23%, and the Nasdaq Composite Index declined 1.32%. Moderna Inc. is supporting sumo banners in its first such advancement in Japan, as the COVID-19 antibody producer looks to wrestle piece of the pie from compatriot Pfizer Inc. Lanvin Group, the luxury fashion organization possessed by Chinese aggregate Fosun International Ltd., said on Wednesday it intends to list in New York by converging with a special purpose acquisition company and means to raise up to $544 million to subsidize its worldwide development ambitions. BMW Group said on Wednesday production at every one of its plants in the northeastern Chinese city of Shenyang will be briefly suspended from Thursday because of COVID control measures. Amazon.com Incorporated said on Wednesday it will set up a logistic base in Turkey to satisfy rising need, with a more than $100 million investment. Aegon has finished the offer of its Hungarian arm to Vienna Insurance Group for $682 million, the Dutch safety net provider said on Wednesday. Warren Buffett's Occidental Petroleum Corp warrants are looking progressively alluring as the offer cost climbs. Practicing those warrants could give Berkshire an almost 23.6% stake in the oil organization, notwithstanding its favored stock. South Korean battery giant LG Energy Solution Ltd said on Wednesday it intends to contribute $1.5 billion to set up a joint endeavor with Stellantis NV in Canada. Germany's EnBW will keep away from any new energy supply that manages Russia however long Vladimir Putin is its leader. Shares of the world's biggest interdealer broker TP ICAP hopped as much as 11% on Wednesday after U.S. mutual funds Phase 2 partners requested that the British organization investigate a deal. Reuters has removed TASS from its business-to-business commercial center for clients, as indicated by a Reuters message to staff on Wednesday, in the midst of developing analysis of how Russia's state-possessed news organization is depicting the conflict in Ukraine. Russian steel giant Severstal was attempting to beat the odds on Wednesday to try not to turn into the nation's first major corporate default since the Ukraine emergency started, with global installment lines growled by sanctions. Russia intends to continue some stock exchanges on Thursday following a close-to-extended break, with 33 ruble protections to be exchanged on the Moscow exchange. Non-residents will have to wait, though, they will be barred from selling stocks and OFZ ruble bonds until April 1. Trading in blue chips, including state loan specialists Sberbank and VTB, energy majors Rosneft and Gazprom. AAR Corp reported its third quarter 2022 results on Tuesday, sending its shares up 5.72% in Wednesday's meeting. Worthington Industries Inc. shares fell 16% on Wednesday notwithstanding announcing income that beat assumptions. French drug maker Sanofi on Wednesday said it would stop quickly any new spending not connected with the inventory of fundamental and extraordinary meds and immunizations in Russia, as well as in Belarus. Shares of Allego are up over 150% in late Wednesday, exchanging only a couple of days after the electric vehicle charging arrangements supplier finished a business mix with the special purpose acquisition company Spartan Acquisition Corporation. Alphabet owned Google won't help sites, applications and YouTube channels sell advertisements close to happiness that it considers takes advantage of, excuses or overlooks the continuous Russia-Ukraine struggle, the U.S. organization said Wednesday. KB Home shares dropped 5.7% in expanded exchanging, adding to the customary meeting's 4.6% misfortune after the organization revealed profit that missed assumptions. Japan's Toyota Motor and Aurora Innovation Incorporated, a U.S. engineer of computerized driving frameworks, have begun testing autonomous ride-hailing fleet in Texas, with 2 safety operators and no passenger on board. Alphabet Incorporated's Google on Wednesday said it would permit Spotify Technology SA to involve its own installment framework in its Android application as a feature of another pilot pointed toward countering appmakers' interests about high expenses and purportedly anti-competitive way of behaving. Fitch will withdraw ratings on all Russian entities and their subsidiaries in order to comply with European Union sanctions. Would you like to invest in a prosperous ETF and diversify your portfolio? I recommend you to see the next video on our YouTube channel.